And it's because of Betty's vision that we have a program to train more women for positions of political leadership at all levels of government and more women with policy-making power. It's because of Betty that we're here tonight to celebrate a new cohort of public and nonprofit leaders. Finally,
so what a horrible moment in my life in 2009, during the recession, when I had to call up my mom and tell her I lost my job. I felt like an utter failure. I didn't know what to tell her, and I had no place to go. And I couldn't understand. I had done everything right. I had planned it right. I didn't drink. I didn't do what bad girls did. I went to church every week. I went to school. I followed every single rule. I did it. I had my plans. And so here I was, broke, scared, and not knowing what to do with a ton of debt. So my friend invited me to come volunteer at this Brazilian immigrant center, and I said, okay, fine. I play capoeira. I wanted to learn Portuguese a little bit better, and I was going to wait 3 weeks before I got my new big firm job so I can go back to being, Jefferson's theme song. But I didn't know, and most people didn't know, that we were going to be losing 700,000 jobs a month. I didn't know it was going to go further down. So I get to the immigrant center. I barely speak a word of Portuguese. I sit down, and the director comes over to me and says, so we've been waiting for you. Everyone, this is our new attorney. I said, I'm sorry, who? There was a line of people there waiting. A lot of workers, a lot of women. And I said, well, what are they waiting for? And they said, you. They have a lot of issues. They have problems. We need you to help. And I said, well, I just came here to volunteer a little bit, learn some Portuguese, and go back to my big firm job. And they said, well, just stay the day. So I stayed the day. I got 2 cardboard boxes to my file cabinet, and I went to the kitchen. And I never left. I never left. It was my Thurgood Marshall moment. I loved what I was doing. People would come in and sit down and say, I worked for several weeks and didn't get paid. Women would say, I'm pregnant and they know it and I'm going to lose my job. They would say, I have done everything right. I don't know why they're not letting my daughters into schools. What is going on? And I really genuinely enjoyed it. And so I stayed and I became a member of the board of directors for the Brazilian Immigrant Center. But there was a set of cases that kept coming that I couldn't do anything about. I couldn't just move my law degree and go to court and finish. Those are cases involving domestic workers, nannies, house cleaners. Those women, because our laws, as of 2014, said they weren't working. So the nanny who came to me with a picture of her employer's private parts and said, what am I supposed to do? He sent this to me and I got to go back to work. And his wife is a lawyer and she's making me sign these documents. I'm 21. This is the only job I have to pay for my school. What am I supposed to do? Well, I went to look in the law book and I said, I'm so sorry. Every other worker could go to the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, but you're not considered a worker for discrimination laws. And so there was a group of us, having been hit with constant reminders that this work wasn't valued because it was women's work, because it had been done by women of color and immigrants for years. It wasn't considered real. I went to court. Judges would say nap time doesn't count. Counsel. I'm not giving her overtime for that counsel. She got to sleep at some point, counsel. You want me to figure out when she got paid? That's not my job, counsel. That's okay. So we knew, and I say we because it was a coalition of many women, undocumented, immigrant, professional, working, beautiful, diverse group of women said enough is enough. And we organized for 4 years with one simple question. What is respect and dignity for you? That was it. So nannies, house cleaners, PCAs, we came together and we introduced the Domestic Worker Bill of Rights. We introduced it at the beginning of the session in January, and by the end of the session it was signed into law by Governor Patrick. That doesn't happen very often. We got 99% of what we wanted. We moved the commas later during the budget. I learned how to move in the State House. I understood what power was, but more importantly, I learned what leading with love means. We couldn't hate anybody because we loved our jobs. Our job was to lead with our heart and take care of people literally from their birth and sometimes till the day that they die. So our movement couldn't be like another labor movement. We just couldn't come in there and say demanding things, plus we didn't have any money. And a lot of us didn't have any documents. So we had to lead with love and talk to people about what that means. We brought in the employers, many of them were women, and said, the glass ceiling you fight against, right? That one outside your home, you can't maintain one inside the home then. So please just never be afraid to tell people who you are. Not what you've accomplished, but who you are. Trust me, your character, your kindness, and your heart will shine more than any degree. Degrees are a little overrated. Who you are as a woman, who you are as a person, whatever gender identity you have, matters more. Remember whatever pain you have and whatever thing you're trying to accomplish. If it hurts, it's because it means something. Pain is a part of success. If you don't feel it, you're not putting your all into it. You are supposed to be here. You're supposed to be hearing this. You're supposed to be teaching whatever you teach or learning whatever you learn. Please don't ask yourself, why am I here? That's a question that is meant for someone to sit down and pause. Please ask yourself, what am I learning? When I ask myself that in any moment of fear or concern, then I always find myself being able to advance. And finally, please remember always to lead with love. Hatred is the easiest emotion you will ever have in your life. Ask 45. Love is the hardest one you will ever have. It is also the one that sustains and lasts and overcomes. So if you remember to lead with love with whatever you do, with whomever you work with, even when it's the tough and a long road, you will ultimately win. You have to be patient. So, ladies, congratulations.
Reflect on this year and we prepare for what's next. I think it's important that we all stop and remind ourselves why we started, recentering ourselves in our mission, and then move forward, grounded in that mission. Tough days do await us, but let me tell you, this is one fiery and tough group of women. Watch out. Watch out. So as we move forward, let us look at our past challenges as milestones of growth. Let us hold a vision of a better future that we will help to create at the center of our mind's eye with unwavering faith. Let us continue to resist injustice at all levels while promoting unity and compassion for all people, even those we disagree with. In closing, my hope is that we never stay silent when compelled to speak, that we never stay still when moved to action, and we never allow fear to stop us from achieving everything that we want for ourselves and our world. What the future holds, I don't know. But what I do know is that nothing but greatness lies ahead for each of us. We have the skills, the passion, and the drive to do remarkable things, like serve as the change makers of the 21st century, and maybe even make history one day. Our role as women leaders has never been more important, so tonight we celebrate. But tomorrow we rise back up and get to work, because we are the future, and I've never been more excited about it. Thank you.